happy where we are musically now for 15 years? I'd say so.
It's really cool. We've been around for 15 years now, and you know, a lot of bands don't stick around that long, but you know, we've kept it strong through the years, and it's been a great ride. It's been a rough ride, but it's been a lot of fun. We've been all over the world. Got to go to Japan for 4 times now. We're just really happy to continue doing what we're doing, playing metal throughout the world. We love it. You know, the inspiration behind this record was our fans through our website. A lot of people were talking about how cool it would be to get, you know, the modern sound for the older songs. Some of the production on the older songs is kind of a little blurry, I think. The whole idea was to get that real strong sound like our recent record, The Gathering. And I think we achieved it. It's pretty cool.
We talked to Johnny, called up, and we had mentioned about doing a record, and he was down for doing it. It was all a thought. And then a few months later, I called Alex and asked him, you know, just, I'm going to ask you something, but don't give me an answer, you know, just think about it. But what did you think about recording the first couple of records again with us? We all just kind of sat on it for a few months, and I seen Johnny again, and he was really into doing it. So that's when we knew, okay, it's, you know, we can make this happen. You know, that's when we decided, okay, it's going to be Johnny playing drums on it, and DiGiorgio's playing the bass on it, and myself and Eric.
Some of the songs that we chose on this record are, you know, got a lot of memories. We've been playing them for over 15 years now. Like Burnt Offerings, you know, when we're playing that, we can just remember all the tourists going to Japan for the first time and all the fans just going nuts over these songs for the first time. So there's a lot of memories in these songs. It's metal.
Recorded down in Oakland at our studio, where we've done the last, you know, 3 records there. Well, we tracked it all with Doug Hall at the studio, and then we went to England to Andy Sneap's place to mix it, which was different. He was going to do it here at our place, but he had all the Pro Tools and everything at his place already set up. So we're like, you know, we haven't been over to Europe for a little while, so let's go to England, you know, hang there for a couple of weeks, you know, and mix, you know, kind of get away from the Bay. So it was a little vacation all in one and business all in one.
Hello?
Hello.
It's really cool to come back and re-record these songs. The whole idea was to give them, you know, a better production sound than what was on the record. You know, back then there was a lot of reverb on the snare and a lot of clickiness on the bass drums, and you know, we've learned a lot since then, and we have our own studio now, so we were able to, I think, get the re-recordings sounding really clear and powerful.
Andy Sneap, working with him is real cool. I mean, the first time we did the first record with him, he's just real easy to work with. Just came in, you know, most producers, you know, they'll want to go to the, you know, real nice, fancy studio, and, you know, we decided to do it at our own place, you know, at our rehearsal room. So, you know, he came in, just no attitude, just let's do it, you know, let's make a kick-ass record. And, you know, it all worked out great. And then doing this record at his place, he's got a nice place over there. I wouldn't mind, you know. We pretty much would stick with Andy now, doing a lot of stuff because we just liked his results. The tracks we did for the first Strike record, I mean, we didn't get as picky as we did like there's an actual album, you know, because we kind of try to get it done pretty quick. But for what it came out with, I mean, Andy still polished it up, just, you know, to resemble the sound of The Gathering, which we were trying to go for. You know, just give it a big, beefier sound. And with our music, I'm really happy because I have a lot more variety range as far as singing goes, because, you know, where we went with Demonic record, I was singing a lot more just death metal. And I think now, with this point where the Gathering record is, I kind of took everything, the screaming, the death metal, the singing, and everything, kind of put it all in one and molded these songs out of it. And now when I listen back to it, I really enjoy it because, you know, it's vocally, you know, it just does a little bit of everything.
I think the songs that we picked off this record are pretty much what you would call close to a blueprint to thrash, as they were written back in the heyday of, you know, the beginning of the Bay Area sound. I think we chose wisely as far as what songs to pick, like Into the Pit and Disciples of the Watch and Over the Wall. These songs are inspired a lot of bands, I think, in the genre. And it's really cool 15 years later to be able to give them the cool production of, you know, today's sound.
Had those same feelings when we redid the songs for the First Strike record, because we haven't got some of those songs we haven't played, you know, since Alex was in the band. So it was cool that Alex came out and we got to replay them and rehearsing for him. You know, that was a whole nother vibe. You know, just the first time Alex like recorded, you know, Over the Wall in the studio, I just had like goosebumps. You know, he just gave me goosebumps. Wow, here we are 15 years later, and Alex is playing the old songs I can remember to this day when he was recording his leads for The Legacy. You know, he was like 16, 17 years old, you know, and here he is, you know, a bunch of years later, and it sounds great, and it just had that whole vibe again, you know. It's like real magical for us.
It's really cool, the lineup on this record. It's consisting of old and new members. Of course, you know, we have Alex Skolnick back for this record, and Alex was a big part of our success in the beginning. Also, we have John Tempesta back on drums. He plays with Rod Zombie right now. He tore it up. He did a really good job. We're really happy with his performance. And then of the newer testament, we have Steve DiGiorgio, who is considered one of the, you know, top bass players in the world.
It's a different process with like the original band that had its own style and direction. So I think, you know, with every record we do and every year we, you know, write songs, we get a little more, I guess, you know, in tune with each other. And I think, you know, me and Eric are pretty comfortable with each other working as writers, you know, just over the years. You know, I think we got a relationship now to where we work really well together. It's like, you know, we're like brothers, you know, so we argue like brothers, fight like brothers, and I guess write songs like brothers, you know. We all have our own lives, and we all get together and go to the studio, and we, you know, it's real fun. So I think we're real happy where we're at right now. Well, future plans for Testament is it's 2002 now. Hopefully all our health is good, and it's going to be a new year, a fresh start again. Moved our recording studio, so we're going to get into a new space, so that'll be at a new vibe again, and like starting all over again. So I think this next, you know, probably half a year we'll be working on the new record. You know, maybe even sooner, but that's our goal, to be ready to tour and have a record done by June 2002. You know, I know that's a little pushing it, but that's our goal. We're setting our sights for. And we're going to continue with the lineup we had last year. Steve DiGiorgio playing bass, Steve Smythe on lead guitar, it's Eric, and myself, and John Allen.
I'd like to thank all the Japanese fans for their support over the years. And we can't wait to come back to Japan. We were there in '99, you guys, 2000 actually. And you guys showed us a lot of love, and we can't wait to come back with a new record and play for the fans.
I'd like to thank all the fans out there, especially just all the... Just don't forget, metal forever, always.